In this video, a squad of Imperial AT-STs blast their way into a Gungan Temple, where a group of rebels led by Jedi Master Yoda and abated by several Gungan fighters have hidden themselves in wait of reinforcements. The temple sweep by the machines of the Empire has begun, and the rebels now have no choice but to fight back. Yes, we are playing a 220-point game of Star Wars miniatures by Wizards of the Coast. Hello gamers, Matthew here from Grey Army Gaming in lovely Furgalund, Sweden. What you see before you is our setup of the Gungan Temple, where 4 AT-STs from the Empire have broken their way, blasted their way into the temple, and now they are trying to sweep out the rebels who are hiding here. Let's go ahead and show you the setup for the rebels and roll off for initiative to get this game underway. For the Empire deployment now, we have our 4 AT-STs over here in the entrance of the temple. It is a narrow entrance, so only 2 can fit at one time. The other ones will have to come into play during their activation. Something we should mention about AT-STs, they have damage reduction 10, but we will be playing, if you are in base-to-base contact with the AT-STs, that they will take full damage, and we'll say that's because you're able to find some weak spots on the AT-STs to try to make this a little more fair. They have double attack, grenades, mobile attack, and mounted weapons. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rebels, their deployment, and the figurines we are using. First, this is the Yoda from the Dagobah set, but we are going to be treating this as Yoda Jedi Master. Over here, he will be joined by Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master, with the blue base, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, a little bit younger model, but we're still going to treat him like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here we have Princess Leia, and we have Han Solo behind the building, and they are joined here by their Gungans. We have 3 Gungan infantry, and we have 1 Gungan artillerist. So there you go, 220 points for the Rebels and 216 points for the Empire. Let's go ahead now and roll off for initiative. Empire with the white dice and the Rebels with the red. 20-7, Rebels begin. Starting off here, let's move Yoda and give him some cover behind this pillar. And there's his final position, completely out of the line of sight of the AT-STs. Next, let's activate Luke Skywalker and get him right behind Yoda. Over to the Empire now. Let's go ahead and just charge these AT-STs into the temple. No line of sight on anybody on the rebellion there, so we'll go ahead and just leave them there and not shoot. Next activation, Obi-Wan Kenobi, run up and get some cover behind that orb. Likewise, let's send Han Solo up behind the pillar to the top. Last 2 activations for the Empire. Let's run those AT-STs up. The Rebellion has all of the final activations. Let's start with Princess Leia. And let's move the Gungans up, starting with the 3 infantrymen. On second thought, I don't like how that looks. Only one of them really has cover, so let's take the 2 guys in the back and move them actually off to the side. Much better. Now they have full cover over there. Final activation. Let's have our Gungan artillerist here. He is going to go ahead and shoot off the Cesta special ability over onto this guy right here. Save of 11. If he fails it, he takes 20 points of damage. All right, here we go. 11 plus 12, and he is able to avoid it. Next to him, also adjacent characters also have to roll. 11 plus 8. No, so he takes 20 damage. Damage reduction 10. 10 points of damage total. So that brings us to the end of round 1. We have got this menacing line of AT-STs pouring into the temple, and a bunch of the rebels now are hiding behind these pillars, out of line of sight, but getting ready to make their attack. Let's go ahead and roll off for initiative for round 2. And it's 17-1. It will be the Empire beginning. Let's begin by activating this AT-ST and seeing if we can walk over here a little bit and get a shot off on Luke Skywalker. And yes, indeed, Luke Skywalker is in line of sight, and we will even say that he doesn't have cover, so we will just do a normal roll here. Hitting on a 10 plus for 40 points of damage. This is huge. 16! Oh, man, Luke takes 40 points of damage, dropping him down to 50. Next activation, I'm just going to save some time here and run this guy up 12 inches up the middle. Rebel activations, it's time for Luke Skywalker and Yoda to charge in. Let's start with Luke. 4 plus for 20 points of damage. Oh, and it is a 4, so 20 points goes through, no damage reduction. And the fun thing is, too, Luke has a lightsaber, and damage reduction doesn't work for lightsabers anyway. Yoda, Jedi Master, also running in. Yoda is hitting on everything but a 1. Yes, 20 points of damage. Final 2 activations for the Empire. Let's start by running the AT-ST far up there, 12 inches. And finally, let's run the other one up as well. Activations, let's take Leia and run her up here first. Put her behind here. She's not going to shoot because she can't do enough damage anyway. Then let's have Han Solo over here take a shot off onto this guy. 3 plus for 10 points of damage. 2, no! Well, Solo has mobile attack, so I'm actually going to go ahead and move him after his shot. Get him closer to Leia so she can have a little more damage with the commander effect if they win activation next round. All right, next, let's go Gungan style here and jump him in here and go ahead and attack. Hitting on a 10 plus, here we go. 15, yes, 10 more points of damage. Let's run our other Gungans over and get some cover behind that fallen door. Next, Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to activate, run around the orb, and get some cover right here, preparing for the attack in the next round. And finally, Gungan Artillerist right here, taking a shot over on this guy. Cesta 20, save of an 11, 14, yes. So end of that round, and we have a bunch of combats here now. All these guys are piling on these AT-STs. Bunch of guys in the middle. We really need the Rebels to get the initiative in this round. Here we go, Rebels with the red, Empire with the white. And it will be 19-10. The Rebels will begin. First activation, let's have Luke Skywalker go ahead and attack that AT-ST that he's up in contact with. Double attack now, 20 points on a 4 plus. First one goes through. Second one, yes! And that will drop the AT-ST down to 30 points of hit points.
My turn to attack it is.
Yoda, triple attack, hitting on everything but 1. Yes, 20 points goes through. And the next one, 10. Yeah, that's enough to take that AT-ST out of commission. Empire turn, AT-AT is just going to take a couple steps here, turn this direction, and fire off at Luke Skywalker. 40 points of damage on a 10 plus, and it's a 2. It's a miss. Next activation, this guy's going to swivel in place. That doesn't really count as moving because he hasn't moved any inches, but he's going to take off a double attack on Luke Skywalker now. 10 plus, 18. Yes, 40 points of damage. 10 plus to kill Luke. 18! Luke is gone! Next activation for the Rebels, we're going to have Obi-Wan Kenobi charge into that AT-ST right there and attack. We're going to spend a force point now to take 2 attacks, hitting on everything except for a natural 1. Yes, 20 points of damage. Next one as well. 5, yes, 40 points of damage total. Next, let's have Leia activate and charge in. 6 plus. No! Ooh, let's use a force point and reroll that. 7, yes, 10 points of damage. Final activation for the Empire. This guy does not have a good line of sight, so he has to actually come over here to stand right here, and he's going to go ahead and shoot at, let's shoot at Yoda right down here. Hitting on a 13 plus, 5, it's a miss. Remaining activations, Han Solo is going to get some cover here and shoot off onto this AT-ST. 3 plus for 10 points of damage. Natural 1, miss. All right, Gungan infantry, show us your stuff. All 3 are going to charge in. Needing a 10 plus here. 4 misses, second one. 4 again, third one. 14. Okay, so 10 points of damage goes through. Final activation, Gungan Artillerist is Cesta 20 over on this guy. Save of 11 or he takes 10 points of damage. And it is a 12. He saves it. End of the round, and here's how things stand. The Rebels have picked off one of the AT-STs. This guy stands undamaged. He is in combat with Leia, has taken some damage. Over here, this guy is getting beat up pretty severely. We still have Yoda. We still have Obi-Wan Kenobi. We still have a pretty strong force, even though Luke was picked off. Luke is a casualty for the Rebels. But otherwise, the Rebels are looking pretty strong here. Let's go ahead and roll off initiative for this next round. And it'll be a 5-1. The Rebels will begin again. We can start out by activating Obi-Wan Kenobi and attacking the AT-ST. 2 attacks, hitting on everything but a 1. 16 and 12. 40 points of damage. Next off, let's have Yoda activate and run into base-to-base contact with this AT-ST and attack. Alright, connecting on anything but a 1 for 20 points of damage. It's a 2, yes, 20 more points of damage. Empire activations. We are going to have both of these guys sensing what is going on over here with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Both of these guys are going to take 2 shots each over here onto Obi-Wan Kenobi. First one here, we need a 13 plus to connect. Yes, 17. Obi-Wan Kenobi will spend a force point and try to avoid that with lightsaber deflect. 11 plus, yes. Second shot here, 13 plus again. 3, that's a miss. This guy, 13 plus. 2, next one, a 6. So, man, none of those shots connect. Obi-Wan Kenobi gets by. All right, next 2 activations. Let's have these 2 Gungans over here on the side attack. We need some high numbers here. 10 plus. No, the first one misses. Second one, no, also a 4. Final Imperial activation. Let's have the AT-ST attack Obi-Wan Kenobi. And once again, we are going to be hitting on a 13 plus a 10. It's a miss. All right, all the rest of the activations go to the Rebels. Let's have Han Solo turn here and take a shot off onto that AT-ST there. 3 plus. Yes. Dropping that guy down to 20. Final Gungan infantry guy is going to attack here as well. 10 is a miss. Gungans are not giving up. This guy right here activating Cesta over on him. Save of 11 plus, or he takes 10 points of damage. 2, he fails it. 10 more points of damage. This AT-ST is at a dangerous 10 hit points. Finally, let's have Leia activate an attack. 6 plus, 4, miss. That will bring us to the end of this round. That AT-ST is looking extremely hurt. The other 2 are looking fine. This is a huge roll. If the Rebels get this one, it is going to be all over for that AT-ST. Here we go. And it is a 9 to a 6. 9 to a 6, so the Rebels will begin. Obi-Wan Kenobi, let's activate him right now and see if he can finish off the AT-ST. 2 attacks. Anything but a 1. And it's a 1. First attack does not go through. Second attack, don't roll another 1. 18. Okay, that is enough to do enough damage to this guy that he is out of commission. They have lost their second AT-ST. Next activation, Yoda, you know what you need to do. 3 attacks, hitting on anything except for a 1. 10, yes, 20 points of damage. Next one, 20 more, and last attack. 20 double damage, critical hit. So absolutely amazing by Yoda. That critical hit means that hit goes through at 40 points of damage plus another 20 plus another 20. 80 points of damage total for this turn plus the 40. That is 120. This guy is gone. Yoda did what he needed to do. Seeing what happened, this guy's going to activate now and take 2 shots off on Yoda. 13 plus the hit. Here we go. 15, yes, Yoda's going to try to deflect it by spending a force point. Yeah, he does. He deflects it with his lightsaber deflect. Second attack, 12 is a miss. Coming back, Leia's going to pile in here and attack. Hitting on a 6 plus. 5, no. Han Solo's going to come around the corner and also pile in. 3 plus. 15, yes. All the rest of the Rebels are going to make their way towards the AT-ST. Artillerist here is going to be attacking on this guy. Save of an 11 or 10 points of damage. No, he fails it, so 10 more damage. Things are not looking good for this AT-ST or for the Empire. This is the end of the round. We need to go ahead and roll off initiative. If we roll Rebels, this game is over. All right, here we go. An exciting roll here for initiative. 13-9. Yes. So the Empire is going to end up calling the game there. There's no possible way that AT-ST is going to be able to hold off all of these attackers. Eventually, Yoda is going to pile in, as is Obi-Wan Kenobi over here. They don't stand a chance. The Empire is going to concede at this point. Congratulations to the Rebels. You put up one heck of a good fight. Well, there you have it, folks. A pretty decisive victory for the Rebels and the Gungans, led by Yoda, Jedi Master. I think this battle report just proves that sometimes, even though you might have equal amounts of points, the small guys who are nimble and can run around and hide will fare better than the big, powerful machines. If you like this kind of content, please do give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe, and I will continue to make more Star Wars miniatures battle reports in the future. Most of all, thank you for joining us here today at Grey Army Gaming for the future of gaming.